Right. Hello, YouTube. This is Captain Ridley here. I thought, as I've suddenly wangled a little bit of time, that I would have a little precursor video, maybe a mini series, or before I start my podcast with someone, which I have not asked yet. But before the podcast will begin, I thought I'd just give you a bit of a precursor to what it's going to be about, and also I am going to offer you some very helpful HB EV stuff, which I would normally explain. Well, I've been meaning to explain for a lot of people for a while, and I'm definitely going to do that. So here we go. Right, the podcast mainly it's going to be me and probably maybe a guest or a permanent resident with me as well. I'm not entirely sure yet. And we are going to be talking about the metagame properly. And when I say properly, some of the stuff we might bring up might be a bit advanced. So hopefully, this little mini series I'm going to talk about before will help you out and will help you understand if you're new to Pokemon or if you're new to advanced mathematics. Well, it's not really advanced maths, but it's advanced EVing. And then this video or this me speaking now will help you out for that, and also if I do some more. So yeah, firstly, I'm going to talk about HP numbers, which is obviously the hit points of your Pokemon. I have a few little tricks I have up my sleeve. I've been using them for years now, and I thought I'd share them with you lot. Smallgun did do an analysis on some of the calculations that I've done, but which is annoying for me because they have all this analysis work, and then on their set pages and stuff like that, some of the stuff they just don't follow through. Like loads of sets do not follow their own statistics and analysis because I don't know, they're just really bad at checking. I don't know. It's just this is awful. So this is how I get my edge, and a lot of good Pokemon players get their edge from these calculations, which I'm going to give to you for free and try and explain them the best I can. Right, Stealth Rock is a horrible move, and it's going to hinder your Pokemon quite greatly. The number for your HP, which you have to hit every single time, and only in one scenario this does not occur, is that and I'll explain it later, your HP number should be an odd number. If it's not an odd number, change it. Because if you come in on Stealth Rocks 4 times and take no damage, you will instantly die. If you have an odd number, you will not die. You will survive. It will take you down to 1 HP, or if you take min-max damage, blah 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 blah, from other attacks, you are more likely to survive having an odd number than an even number. So that's a good edge. So those people that go, oh my god, I got a 1 HP survive. For some of the advanced players, they know they can survive with 1 HP because of these calculations. So yeah, that's just the first one. I'll start simply. Odd number every single time. The second thing I'm going to talk about is Life Orb. Right. So if you're using a Life Orb, there's a thing called the Magic Life Orb number, which is when you're working out your final stat for HP should be the 10 times table minus 1. So it should be 9. Start at 19 because that's the first one. Right. 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 69, 79, etc., etc., etc. All the way up all the way up the 10 times table minus 1. So it always has to end on a 9. That will enable you to fire off more Life Orb attacks, and also because it's an odd number. Oh wow, there's a lot of noise outside. You will also get a Stealth Rock number as well, so that's great. So that's a good number to have for Life Orb. Leftovers numbers. Now we're going to talk about them. They're quite simply the 16th timetable plus 1. So that's simple. So simply, so if let's say let's say base 100 Pokemon, it normally has 404, and lots of people put 404 HP because they think, oh yeah, seismic toss, blah blah. But ideally, seismic toss is a very rarely used move. Let's say it's Blissey, Chansey, some Dust Noirs use, Duscalopsis, stuff like that. Mainly fat walls that they're really insignificant in the grand scheme of Pokemon. There's hundreds and hundreds of other sets, so it's like it's very minimum. So what you should be using instead of getting 101 subs, because I don't never get 101 subs because there's no point. And the numbers are, you want a 401. If you want to have a really bulky Pokemon, you want 401 and not 404. That will give you the stealth rock number which I was talking about, and the leftovers number. Leftovers numbers enable you to gain one more hit point per leftovers recovery. So let's say normally you would get 20 hit points. Let's say you get 20. You would get 21 instead every single turn. And if that builds up, if you move them EVs that you would have had in HP into defense and special defense, you are technically more bulky than a Pokemon that's just got max HP, because you take less damage from attacks. Simple enough, and you gain more recovery. So fair enough. There you go. So yeah, leftovers numbers are important. There we go. Next thing I'm going to talk about is substitute, obviously, and a substitute without leftovers or life orb should be using the 4 times table plus 1. That will enable you to live on 1 HP and also get 4 subs down. If you using substitutes like this, you're going to get 4 sub berry activation. So normally, sometimes, yeah. So if you do, it'll take you 4 substitutes to activate your berry. So personally, I don't use berries, but for people that don't use this one, this is just for maybe an interesting set, like using expert belt, or you're using something that doesn't or a plate or lumberry or chesterberry, not a what are they called, like a boosting berry, let's say salak berry or leche or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to put all this stuff in the description as well, so you won't be lost. Then with substitutes, if you have leftovers, I recommend just using the leftovers number, because the amount of, obviously, the fluctuation in damages, you come in with stealth rocks coming in, you get hit without your sub and stuff like that. You're better off just running a leftovers number if you're using leftovers with substitute. Right, let's talk about berry activation for boosting berries. That is just the 4 times table, any number on the 4 times table, and that will give you this is the only case where you'll get an even number of HP. So if you want berry activation, use this, and it will, after 3 substitutes, you will activate your berry, whatever the circumstance. So that's 3 substitute berry activation. So that's pretty much a simple little bit I thought I'd tell you about. And I have some specific special numbers which I personally use. I don't know if someone else has claimed them yet, but these are sort of my numbers that will give you a perfect stealth rock number every time, perfect life orb number, and perfect leftovers number. So if you're saying, let's say you've got a poke and it hits near these numbers, which I'm going to dictate to you and put in the description, you should put them on these numbers. I guarantee if you're 10 point, or let's say 20 points vary on either side, 20 base points, not 20 base points, but 20 final stat points on either side of these, you should try and you should shift down and hit it, or move your EVs up to hit it, because these numbers are very, 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 very useful. If you get tricked, you're going to be in a better situation than other Pokemon. If you're in a Stealth Rock situation, you're better than every other Pokemon. Life Orb, oh, we've done, yeah, if you get tricked to Life Orb, yeah, better. Leftovers, yeah. So everything's better with these numbers if your poke hit near these numbers. So these numbers are 49, 129, 200, 209, 289, 369, 449, 529, 609, and 689. So there's only 9 numbers. These are Ridley's magic 9 numbers, you can call them. I call them my utility numbers. And so when I'm making sets or PO, I check the base HPs, and then the first thing I do is like, right, is it near one of these? And that makes my life a lot easier. I just shove it on that, and that will guarantee me for life of numbers and leftovers, and substitute with leftovers, and yeah. So it's perfect. So yeah, there you go. I'm going to put all that in the description for you. And just a general note for people, I'm going to leave that in the description. I can't bother to explain it now. My video's gone long enough. So yeah, I hope my little HP EV number thingy is going to help you out. It's really good for making sets, obviously, and it will give you the competitive advantage. A lot of top-end competitors will have used my advice and trust it as gospel, pretty much. If you can even put this to the test. If you go on your favorite, I would say Fizzy Stardust, Topirius 5, or just yeah, they're probably the main. Or Super Bar probably uses these as well. So yeah, if you go on these 3 and just have a look at their battles and look at the numbers they're using for HPs, the majority of them will be using that. I'm 100% sure. I saw Fizz using a Slowbro with the EVs, the 369 EV, which is the lucky number 9 Ridley magic number. So yeah, 369, and it's 69 for the lols, for Hayden fans. Anyway, yeah, I hope it's helpful. Goodbye. Have fun.